It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Wow, you're fine. I sound totally, hello. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, Kyle, it's me.
Man, if I had a nickel.
You sound fine. I sound completely overmodulated in my headphones. Overmodulated, kids, is when your volume levels are so high that the sound will kind of buzz at certain points. It's something with these headphones, I think.
Yeah, because you sound good over here.
With his board. Well, relatively speaking. Welcome into the drive. It's a live edition of the drive. Yeah, we're not gone. I think Grant and Doug are on this week, and that's it. Lowdown is off. I know Grant's doing Jim Rome this week, too, in addition.
Yeah, today and tomorrow.
Like going back and forth to L.A., doing Jim Rome, doing the games. Much, much, much more of Grant being a cyborg. Good for him. And yeah, we're here. So you can text us, you can call us, do all that stuff. Part of me is, I'm not going to lie, last night at the old Xmas dinner, and I say Christmas. I do. I'm not.
Yeah, no,
I'm not religious, but I say it just because, screw it.
Yeah,
exactly. What do you want from me? I was like, why are we working tomorrow? Like, really?
Dude, the number of times I thought that yesterday.
Like, why are we working tomorrow?
I was pretty upset with you.
Now, you should be, because and I'm going to tell you why you should be. Because in the olden days, and by olden days, I mean basically the year before last.
In the olden days, 2 years ago.
Literally. Every year around this time, 2 weeks, we'd be off this week and the following week. But the way it fell this time because of the calendar is we got station holidays on Mondays, Tuesdays. Then we do that again next week. We're back for 3 days, and then we're gone for Monday, Tuesday of next week. So I started thinking, there's a lot of sports going on. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. And I also I hope the audience appreciate. There's a lot. Listen, you and I are crying because we have to come into work, talk about sports for 3 hours. Yeah. Joe and Jane Schmittenhofer are going back to work today at their Joe jobs.
Shout out to the people at the coffee shop who made my coffee at 3:30 this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What coffee shop do you, there's coffee shops that are open at 3:30?
Yeah. Jeez. It's on a highway that's popular between about Stockton and the Bay Area.
Oh, and you came in from
from the Bay,
God. This morning?
Yeah.
Lord almighty.
Yeah. And I haven't been sleeping well because I'm sick.
Oh, gee. Oh, you still got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle. I mean, shout out to those guys. Exactly. Like that,
we're whining because
we're bitching.
We didn't take days off.
And I'm not going to lie. The truth of the matter is I'm going to be gone for a week in February. I'm going to be gone for a few days in March. But the goal here is, and I'm just.
You're taking time off in back-to-back months?
I am.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wait for it to come.
Oh, boy.
And I just want people to hearken back to now when nobody is working but us.
I'm going to ignore it completely.
I know you are.
By the way.
Yes.
Like, gosh, is he gone again?
You'll be like Arsenio back in the day, just getting everyone going.
You guys are right.
What was that called when the Arsenio crowd?
The dog pound.
But wasn't there a name for the ooh? Like I'm talking about the gesture with their fists that people still do. You don't know what I'm talking about? Yes,
I know one name for it.
I know it's questionable. Someone help me out at 441140. You get the dog pound, and it would
Arsenio Hall was before my time, but before I was cognizant.
It would always go to it'd pan from Arsenio to the dog pound, and it'd be like people who left their keys in their car. There'd always be a caption for these guys. They'd have I swear there was a name for the little fist pumpy thing. Anyways, I digress. So but the February and March things, March is going to be kind of work because I'm going to join the tail end of the Kings road trip. It's going to be 3 games and 4 nights. New Orleans, Houston, San Antonio. We'll be providing live reports from each of those games. Not really. I'm not going to do any work, but it's going to be like work.
Sure. It's going to be just like that.
That's March. But the point is, and I have fun saying it now because no one will remember this summer, the idea, at least for me, is I want to be here as little as possible this summer. I want to be gone as many weeks as possible between the end of basketball and the opening of training camp.
Right.
And if I was successful and powerful enough to do it, Kyle, I would work out in the contract. I would ask for basically the middle of June to the middle of August off.
Sure.
It's 2 months. They would say no. And then I'd say, okay, well, can I go to like my beach house and broadcast from there for those 2 months?
Sure,
so I don't have to be here. I love Sacramento. I'm a native. You know, I ride or die the 916. But this place is hell in the summer. I can't stand it. I hate it. I can't stand heat. So,
Sure.
And hopefully by then, you'll have at least a week of vacation paid per year.
Not holding out hope.
The complication there is that my contract is always up in July. I've signed 5.
Right, you could have a vacation
I could
in
have
July.
a long vacation. I have a long vacation sooner. It's always the end of King season. It's always like, is this going to be the year? I've signed, I think, 5 consecutive 1-year deals. It's one of those things where, like, you're negotiating. It involves me going to my boss's office. I'm like, am I coming back? And he's like,
Please?
yeah, I guess. Okay. Well, this is what we have to give you. Okay. You're still going to pay me that for that? Okay. But they don't have any money, so I negotiate it. I basically negotiate vacation in lieu of money.
Sure.
And I've done 1 years because we can't ever agree on, like, what I think a long-term deal. And by the way, contracts in radio are not like contracts in sports. Trust me. A contract in radio is we own your rights for the duration. We can fire you at any time. But if you quit, you can't go work anywhere else until your contract's up, even though you're not getting paid because you signed this, which is fine. What do I have for you, Kyle? I want to start doing something, but I don't want to make you mad. So I want to approach this the right way.
Okay. Be very tread lightly.
I'm like a feather. We all have our things that we take pride in and that we do. Well, you do. I take pride in nothing.
Sure.
I want to start pointing out updatey words that you use in your updates because they.
Oh, you've done this before.
But I want to do it as I want to start a collection. What did you say this morning? I know you have notes. Was it tilt? Did you say tilt?
No. I said Christmas Day slate.
Slate. Thank you.
I say slate of games though, like.
You do.
I just say that.
But
that's a thing I say.
My idea of an update word is a word used in an update that is normally not used in the regular course of conversation.
Sure.
Nobody is going to say, hey, like if you and I are talking off the air, no one's going to be like, Kyle, what time's that tilt versus the Clippers?
I don't have tilt in here.
Or what? No. But I know you've used it before. Or what? Okay, I'll use the one you have. Hey, dude, what's the NBA slate look like tonight?
I said that is.
You say that I've never heard. I'm gonna look for it now
because we don't talk.
That's a good point. I'll look for it now. I want to start.
What's the slate of games look like this weekend? That's just a word I say.
I want to create, and I don't want. Here's the problem. I almost want to do this secretly. Because I don't want it to get in your head. I don't want you to start doing your updates now and purposely avoiding.
No, there is there's news for TV writing.
Right.
That doesn't sound natural.
Correct.
When you watch a news anchor talk.
Exactly.
It's just and so those are how the words come out to me.
I think I would like to create a dictionary, list of update words. Not only so we can have fun with them here, but point them out when we hear them elsewhere. Bring the audience into the joke with us.
I'm in.
Tilt, slate.
My favorite thing is when I'm writing is when I use a big word and use it properly.
Right.
When I'm like, but that's an intriguing juxtaposition.
Right. Nobody.
That's a thing I say. I've never said
it.
I have never said juxtapose on purpose. Ever.
I will
use it any chance I get when I'm writing.
I know we have to break, but I will say this. As somebody who writes not as much as you, but I have written a couple times in my life, and also uses oratory as our mode of living, there are words that are better said than written, and there are also, and people discount this, there is a beauty of writing in which the reading of the word with the eyes and the repeat of it in your head, however you process that word, is different. For example, speaking I love saying je ne sais quoi. It's a fun word, rolls off the tongue.
Spell it.
Yeah, right. If I write it and you're reading it, you're like, join. Right. Same thing as you said, juxtaposition. That's a fun word to read. Looks smart. You know what it means, but you're not going to be like, I was juxtaposing this thing the other day.
Yeah.
No.
I've found that on the internet, if you write a word that goes over like 1,500 words, and you use a couple of like SAT words in there.
Jay Billis.
Yeah.
SAT words.
If you use a couple of big words in there, that's the best way for people to be like, great piece, man.
Super piece.
Really good piece.
Really enjoyed this part right here with the big words.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You just want to sound smart. You know what
this is a great piece. No, it wasn't. That was a bad piece of writing.
The best writing to me, take me there, involve me, and speak to me in layman's terms. I'm not stupid. I can read smart. I can read smart.
Right.
But
I can read good.
I can read good. Hey, you know, in the back of my mind, I know we got to take a break, but here's the thing. Can I tell you something? We don't. We really don't. We don't have to take a break. We're going.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to.
Here, you know what? I'm just going to combine all the breaks. We're going to have a 32-minute break here.
We totally could. We really could. We're not going to. We'll stick to the schedule.
Just go podcast style.
But I think this is we can be a little more loose.
All right.
For many reasons, some of which we can't speak of. But mostly it's because we're here.
I know. Real quick, you got to hear this Kirk Cousins
real
clip.
quick.
Real
See,
quick.
No, real quick. In your
head.
Getting comfortable with everybody. Cousins over 200 yards passing. Boy, high pitch.
What? It's voice crack?
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
Boy,
sounds like he's barking. Huh? Kirk, you're no Case Keenum.
If you asked me which NFL quarterback had his voice crack while doing his snap count, I would have picked Kirk Cousins.
It's going to be one of these days, by the way, from the 5-3 on the Jiffy Lube text line, 44-1140. What are your thoughts on on the Iman Shumpert trade rumors? What? Now, this might be a thing, and I just haven't heard of it yet, but can I just say that 98% of the time when I see these, somebody wrote on Reddit, hey, what do you think? That's not a rumor. Here's a screenshot of the ESPN trade machine I used. And then people upvote and downvote it and talk about it, or it's on some Facebook message board, and then somehow it comes into me, and it's like, what do you think? Show me the source of the Shump trade rumor, please, and please start with somebody who has a check mark next to their name, and then we can start to see if they're actually like, not everybody with a check mark next to their name, hi, how are you doing, is legit.
Same.
But we can at least try.
I need an Iman Shumpert John Wall trade rumor to start, so I can make jokes about Shump's Wall, and then I can be like, it's not Wall, it's slats.
Oh, Kyle. I had so much fun when John Wall was a rookie talking about the rookie wall. I actually thought it was so clever, and it wasn't. I actually have a couple other notes here, and we do have to take a break. I was gonna give you a here. Let me give you a ding here. I know. It occurred to me when you were doing your update and you announced the Lakers-Warriors score, and I went, ha, ha, ha. I actually appreciate the fact that like we're allowed to just openly kick your team in the nuts, and you really don't do anything about it because of the market you live in. But like if you did that to me, I would flip out and like toss my chair. Like if the Kings got blown out by the Lakers, and you were like, ha ha.
There will come a time, though, where you just don't care about December basketball games.
Imagine. I saw you on Twitter yesterday.
Well, it was the first half. B, people are freaking out like the Warriors just lost the finals. It's like, oh, my God. This happens every time they lose.
I'm in spirit with you that until the Warriors are losing in June, just like the Patriots aren't in any sort of dynasty.
Oh, but you're still going to get your shots. I understand.
But no, but it's just there's a little bit of There's a little bit of nose turn up that always comes from those fans.
Oh, yeah.
We're like,
I'm super pretentious.
December basketball. Imagine. That's what you say. Imagine thinking December basketball matters. Peasants.
Could not be me.
LOL. I'm not even going to write it out. I'm going to.
It's honestly just the only defense mechanism.
It's true. It's what you got. That's why we could blow out the Lakers by 80 in a couple days, and the Lakers will be, oh, look at all the championships. Finally,
can we break?
I hope your Christmas was good.
It was.
I had everybody over at my house for Christmas. My wife melted down in the morning and the evening. My daughter caused the first meltdown. The second meltdown was just general malaise. That is my wife's military rank because she can't stand the holidays. It's
also an improper pronunciation of her first name.
It's a great point. Do you have any friends or relatives that don't like Christmas?
Oh, sorry. Not really. Not outwardly anyways.
Here's my rule. Unless something terrible happened, like I understand. If you got a divorce, if a family member died, if something tragic happened on or around Christmas and you don't like the holidays, you're not a part of this conversation. I completely understand that. If you're just somebody that just is a general Scrooge, Grinch, doesn't like Christmas, do everybody a favor and just go away. Like I told my wife at one point, just go away. Like go.
Yeah, you're really killing the vibe.
Go to a hotel for the day, or because it had been building and building and building, and that bourbon bottle had been emptying quite a bit more frequently, and she just doesn't like Christmas. And it's like but I do.
Yeah,
and we have young children. And yes, my daughter can be a handful.
A Grinch.
She was complaining about the jacket my wife got her, which was great looking, made her look skinny. I mean, any
she's 11.
Thank you. Any sniff of pretentiousness or spoiledness, and we jump on it. And my daughter's at that preteen age where it's starting. My wife just lost it on her. She was mad that she had protections on her tablet that my son doesn't on his tablet. I'm like, guys, I started showing him, this is a true story. I started showing him pictures of when we were up at Paradise last week, going, you're complaining about the restrictions on your tablet while sitting by the fire surrounded by your presence. And we just got back from devastation, and there are kids having Christmas in a multi-purpose room at a school in cots. Like, this is a real conversation I have with my kid. Anyways. So if you don't like Christmas, shut up and go away. Do everyone, if nobody wants to, it's like you're constantly farting. You are constantly farting around everyone, but it's not farts, it's depression. And you farting depression into everybody's face and making them smell it instead of doing what you should do, which is go somewhere and just smell your own farts until Christmas is over. That's the true meaning of Christmas, by the way, smelling your own farts. Secondly, and then we'll break. It's been 4 days, Kyle. I love my mother and father more than life itself. I don't exist if they're not here, which of course means I'm about to crush them.
There's a butt coming.
No buts. I love them. And every time they leave my house, I was standing at my door with my daughter last night as they were leaving, and my mom has her cane, and my dad's holding her hand. And they've been married 50 some odd years now, and they're so cute. And I just watch them. They're still so in love. I love my parents to death. So here's where I crush them. And I understand they just want to be kind of a part of everything and spend time. But my sister and I voluntarily, I host and we do all the cooking, and it gets crazy. What is it about family, not just my mom and dad, but everyone? What is it about family when you see two people in a kitchen that's not huge but not tiny, rushing back and forth, doing crazy? It's like Iron Chef America in there.
Right.
And I got in the corner, I got mom with a cane reaching up, about to knock down 17 mugs because she wants some tea. I got dad by the oven trying to uncork the wine. And I say to my dad, I didn't even say it to my dad because I know it'll piss him off. I go, hey, can everyone, there's a whole house. can everybody do me a favor? And unless you're cooking, please vacate the kitchen. It's actually I don't want to turn around and knock over my mother. And I don't want to be holding a tray and bump into my
Can't
dad.
handle the heat. Stay out of the kitchen.
Thank you. Well, they can handle the heat. I can't. So, and my dad, I go, can everybody just please exit the kitchen, please? And my dad, while standing as far inside the kitchen as you possibly can, which is by our oven, like his hip was literally touching our oven. What does my dad say? My dad says, "I'm not in the goddamn kitchen." Dad, you're literally, you couldn't be in the kitchen more. And then he walks away.
You know what? You're right. You're so far inside the kitchen that you're no longer in it. You're
the nucleus of the kit. You're in the kitchen inner sanctum. There are 5 levels of kitchen. You're in the 5th. So as we wrap up this segment for the 2 breaks in a row, I'm just saying. And then my dad walks away like he's mad at me. Like, Dad,
you shouldn't have been a jerk about it.
I don't know how else I can do it. Like, and I've had this conversation with everyone before. When there's all this cooking going on, like if you want to watch, go to the I should build bleachers. Go to the bleachers, overlook. I get we want to be together and talk,
right? And
that's fine, of course. You want to hang out with your son. I get it. I want to hang out with you too. Yeah, the kitchen. And then my mom.
Do you have a kitchen table? You sit at the kitchen table.
We have the dining room table over the other adjoining room, right? It's just a big open space, but the kitchen part is you got fridges and cabinets on one side and the sink and everything on the other. It's like a open space rectangle.
I'd know this if you ever invited me over.
So, anyways, we'll take a break. Just stay out of the kitchen, would you please?
We're going to have to combine breaks at some point.
That's fine. We'll come back and we'll do Morning Brew. We'll push everything forward. Coming up today, Tony Massenberg and Walt Williams, 2 former Sacramento Kings, are going to come on. I've never done this. Is weird. I don't really like the idea of doing a 3-way interview. It's just going to, people are going to talk over each other, and I'm not going to know. It's just going to be an awkward pacing, so I'm just saying in advance. I don't like it, but that's how they're doing it, and that's fine. I really like Tony Massenberg, and I really, listen, Walt Williams, the Wizard out of Maryland, and the book caught my eye because it's about Len Bias, and Len Bias is a story near and dear to my heart that I grew up with, as did many of you, along with Hank Gathers and Tragedies in Sports. They had a very unique perspective on it. So we're going to have a conversation with them at 7:35. 8:05, Scott Bair, NBC Sports California, I think will come on, but I remember during Thanksgiving he didn't because he thought we were off. So, I don't know. We'll text him. Maybe Scott Bair at 8:05. Cold hard facts. And the Kings had a couple of 19-point comebacks in a row. They're back in action tonight versus the Clippers. We'll talk about the games past and the games future as well. So sit back, relax. 1-800-920-1140 and 339-1140 are your phone numbers. 44-1140 is your text. Kyle, we're going to take combine both breaks here, right? Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, we can. Whatever you want to do.
Let's just take a big fat break. We'll come back with Morning Brew on Sports 1140 KHTK.
Hey, this is Kyle Madsen with your top stories on Sports 1140. The NBA's Christmas Day games came without a ton of drama. The Bucks cruised to a 109-95 win over the Knicks. The Rockets snuck past the Thunder 113-109. The Celtics and 76ers, they went to overtime, but the extra period was uneventful with Boston pulling away for a 121-114 win. The Lakers blew out the Warriors 127-101 at Oracle Arena, but LeBron James' groin injury is the story of that game. He played just 21 minutes, and his status for tomorrow's game against the Kings is in question. Utah wrapped up the Christmas Day slate with a 117-96 rout of the Blazers. The Sacramento Kings did not play on Christmas, but they do play tonight. They're at Staples Center to take on the Los Angeles Clippers, and you can hear that game right here on Sports 1140. Pre-game coverage starts with game night at 6 o'clock. Kings Live is at 7, and tip-off is set for 7:30 at 6:33. Time to make a great deal at MadeAToyota.com.
You're amazing.
Welcome back to The Drive.
It's just my job.
It's time for the Morning Brew. Now here's Carmichael Dave.
A turnaround to beat the buzzer, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Justin Jackson.
Getting to the time of the ball game where the Kings have got to convert. They go inside to Cauley-Stein. Back to the basket. Digs, shakes, has to clear the lane. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Comes out to set the screen for Bogey. Bogey against Beverly. Drives it right. Defensive switch. Picked up by Scott. 7 on the possession. Bogey pounding the ball. Steps back. Creates space for 3. Scores the 3. Well, he took the air out of the ball that time, and you're thinking, is this going to work out all right?
Spoiler, it worked out just fine. Thank you, G-Man. Kings back in action tonight. Now, remember, this is an LA game, so it's a 7:30 start. So it'll be a half hour later than you're used to. Set your alarm. Kings Clippers. Kings nearly identical record with the Clips. 18. Kings are 18-15 on December 26th. That's still just so weird. Clippers at 19-14. In fact, over the next couple days, the Kings will play the Clippers tonight, come home and play the Lakers, and then go back to L.A. and play the Lakers again. It's just a weird scheduling quirk. But they've got the Lakers and Clippers, who currently are the Clippers are 1 game. Lakers are 1.5 games ahead of the Kings. Conceivably, the Kings, they're a game and a half out of the 4 spot. They could be sitting at home court advantage with a good week this week. It's not going to happen. Now they're going 0-3 because I brought it up. Hey, something else. You marking the date down there when I said that?
No.
You know something you don't do though in your updates, and I think I'm glad that you don't, is that you don't do the whole thing where you're like, the Rockets flew by the Thunder 113-109.
Oh, gosh, dude. Kill me.
The Celtics lucked their way into a overtime victory over the Sixers. The Lakers flooded the Warriors at Oracle 127-101. And the Jazz sang the Trailblazers a goodnight song 117. Some people do that.
The Bucks.
Yeah, that was the one I skipped.
Chewed some grass against the Knicks.
The Bucks.
The Bucks.
It's a deer.
The Bucks.
You
can't say shot the Knicks.
I was going to say that, but Bucks don't shoot things.
Right.
But I'm with you. I thought the same
thing. The Bucks leapt over the Knicks? Do they jump?
The Bucks nicked the Knicks? Like they nicked them? No. They kind of punched him in the face. Milwaukee brewed no. The Bucks stopped at Madison Square Garden. Except they didn't. No. But they didn't because they won. The Bucks trampled the Knicks?
Oh, I think that's good.
I think that's
trampled the Knicks.
Trampled the Knicks.
The Bucks did the antler thing that Bucks do to the Knicks.
I think that should be a new bit. I think you should do one update. Remember we used to do the old time? Yeah. You should do one update a day. Okay. When there's like a decent slate. Slate.
See?
Right?
See? You just use that word.
Yeah, but I used it out of an update. I say slate all the time. All right, morning, bro.
James lost it, gets it back. Kuzma for 3. And James holding his left leg. And obviously his groin area as well. He's shaken up on that play.
Yeah, we're playing the Lakers-Warriors highlights, not to make fun of the Warriors, who obviously are trash, but
they suck.
To not make fun, I should say. I don't care who it is. I don't want injuries, and obviously Kings fans have to think this way because it's a pretty big deal if the greatest player in the world is going to miss a couple of games, and you happen to play the Lakers twice within 3 days. Well, LeBron James tweaked his groin. You could read his lips. He said, "I felt something pop more than once to the trainers." That could mean anything. And post-game, we'll have this sound for you next, coming up at, I don't know, whatever the hell time our next segment is. He said there'll be an MRI today, but he's not overly concerned. Here's the thing about LeBron James. He's played, 16 years? Not a lot of injuries with this guy. Not a lot of injuries. At the same time, this is the time of year where you want to be extra careful. You want him at 100% for the playoffs. I don't think the Lakers are going to take any chances at all with him. So if he is not comfortable today, it wouldn't shock me if they took a week off.
Yeah, especially with a groin.
And I don't care if it's with LeBron, without LeBron. I don't care if LeBron, Kuzma, obviously Lonzo Ball won't play because he's ducking Fox. I don't care if any of them play. It's still a win or two you can shoot for. If those wins come, they're not going to be cheap to me. I don't care. A win is a win is a win. But at the same time, I could also see the LeBron-less Lakers beating us by 18. Everything's possible. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal, and we'll follow that story throughout the day. Number 3.
Carr will take the snap back into the shotgun. Richard cuts back, end zone, touchdown Raiders!
Wow. Good job, Brent Musburger. Kyle, turn your mic on. Come on. You going to sneeze? Every time you turn the mic on, Kyle's doing the...
No, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I got one out.
Kyle's doing the prepare.
Sneeze face.
Yeah. Sneeze face. The Raiders beat the Raiders... The Raiders
plundered
the Broncos.
Yeah,
there you go. On Monday. Hey, I called that, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, I called that.
I'm proud of you, man.
I here's what's fun. In the Super Bowl of one of my money leagues, I just needed 6 points out of Brandon McManus. That's all I needed to win.
You got 2. I didn't get very many.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yep. $50 buy-in in this one. The difference between Brandon McManus getting 2 points and 6 points was $185.
Oof.
Just tragic.
Yeah.
Tragic, Kyle. Oh, and the Raiders won, too. We'll talk about that. John Gruden and blah-de-blah. Niners coming up at the top of the hour as well. Coming up next, though, let's get back to the LeBron situation, and I'll ask you about your silly Warriors and if there's anything to worry about, especially your guy, Draymond. Oof.
Yeah, he stinks.
Ugh. The drive continues next. Sports 1140 KHTK. I see phone calls. I take phone calls at 339-1140. Good morning, Jason.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling.
Hey, I wanted to say, just circle back, and I don't know if you hear it a lot or not, but I'm very thankful for you and all that you did in order to keep the Kings in Sacramento. And so I don't forget that. I was the original ball boy for the Kings when they first came. And I have a passion. I love the Kings. And I just want to let you know I'm super grateful in this time of giving for all that you've given, sacrificed your time with your family and a lot of your dreams and hopes and things in order to make Sacramento a better place. So I want to say thank you for that very much, and I'm sure a lot of other fans feel the same way. With that being said, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Kings and about what you thought maybe some potential free agents that might come. I love the way I love Jaeger. He's doing an amazing job. All the players are, it's like surreal. It's actually super fun to watch the Kings. So what do you think about possible free agents that would be a really good fit for the growing culture of the Kings? And that's about the only question I have.
Jason, I appreciate the call, man.
Yeah, you're welcome for everything I did.
And no, thank you.
To help save the Kings and keep them in Sacramento. I sacrificed a lot.
Here's the thing with that. It's a very nice call from Jason, and he said some very, very sweet things. And I every time it makes me incredibly uncomfortable to hear that for a number of reasons. Number one, every time somebody says something about the Kings and the fight and is very kind, I always think about all the other people that nobody knows,
right?
That did a ton of stuff,
right?
And I always feel like I'm punching them right in the junk. I know that's not the case, and I know that I'm kind of like a vessel in some aspects.
Right.
For
if they
them.
were sitting here, they would thank them
right.
too.
Yeah. But and this is my own neuroses. Here's the other thing. I start thinking is it is that why I'm still on the radio? Is it okay, dude, you did some good stuff with the Kings. We're gonna let you have the show for a while. You're not really that great of a radio host.
They have a countdown timer.
We kind of put up with it. The advertisers like you, so we the show makes money. We'll leave you, but we really wish it didn't. So we could. I'm really going in my brain now. We really.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
We really wish the advertisers.
I don't know a lot about this business, but I think one of the things I know is that you're not at this station since you were 17 years old if you were bad at it? Like, you've been at this station for like 54 years.
Yeah, easy. Easy there. 18. But I think, like, do they wish the advertisers would maybe leave? Because that's what saves my. We have wonderful relationships with our sponsors and our partners, and the show makes a lot of money.
Hey, you think your boss doesn't like you? That is a thing that every person has.
That's what I think. I feel like
same.
I'm not going on that. I'm not talking about that. Bosses love you. They just don't pay you, but they love you. I feel like the bosses here truly wish that our sponsors would start going away so they could have an excuse to bring Damian into the morning. That's just always what I think. Like, I hate when Damian fills in the mornings. I can't stand it. It bothers the hell. Like, when I go on vacation, Damian fills in.
I can tell.
It secretly really bothers me.
I get text messages from Dave throughout the show. Like,
I hate it.
Like, hey, did you hear that mistake you made? Was stupid. Did you tell? Make sure everybody knows.
I'm just being honest because Damian's really good at what he does. And he's very professional and does, like, all his strengths are my weaknesses.
Sure.
I'm not professional. I'm not good at getting out on break on time. I'm not good at any of that. So, as we can see today, I'm not good at staying on track. I'm not good at following the script we write or the outline. Like this segment, for example, where one call can complete. By the way, the guy asked me about free agents, and I'm talking about how scared I am of Damian taking my job. But it's just, it's a neurosis.
Can I jump in on the free agents thing?
No, I'd rather you say something like, Damian sucks, Dave.
Well, I'm not going to say that because Damian is really good at his job.
I can't stand working with Damian.
No, that's.
I'm actually doing a lot of complimenting of Damian by doing this. He's very good.
Right, it's job. Right.
And I don't like it. I hate him. It's just bastards. Yes, please, free agents.
I think we need to pump the brakes on that because, like, the Kings are in the middle of a playoff race. Mm-hmm. And I think we should pump the brakes on the free agents thing. That's all.
I think, by the way, somebody said, now we're off and running here. Somebody said
Kevin Durant's a free agent.
Said you should be scared.
And Kawhi Leonard's a free agent.
Your show sucks.
That was me.
But they did, it never fails. It was YOU''RE. Our show sucks. Why is it all the worst people are dumb?
Because they
like
don't have the intellectual curiosity to learn how to spell the difference between your and your. So they definitely don't have the intellectual curiosity to have a good take.
How bad does your life have to be?
Like, if you're just
you
angry,
just text in, you're hate listening, and you're like, you should be scared. Our show sucks.
Some of the responses when I tweeted the other day, I was like, you have a finite amount of seconds on Earth. And some people choose to be angry and yell at people online. That's what they do with their seconds.
That is.
Some of the responses I got to that.
Were they angry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Free agents. Okay. So I want to answer the guy's question.
Okay. Then we got a break.
I don't know about specific free agents. And that's always where it gets dangerous. Oh, Kevin Durant or this guy or that guy. Here's what I do think. I think if you ranked off seasons in Sacramento Kings history, that based on how attractive this was for a free agent,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to speak in a triple negative. I'm going to try to do it. I'm not so sure that this isn't the most attractive season, double negative, for free agents to come. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I maybe sometime in the year 2000-ish, but here's the thing. They were pretty set at all positions.
Right.
I don't know that you can't, as a free agent, look at everything and go, they got a good coach. Looks like they're stable. They've got some really good, fun young players. They play a style I want to play. And, oh, by the way, in this day and age, you can make money in any market.
Mm-hmm.
And how great would it be if I were able to help this team achieve a championship or be relevant when it comes to championships I'm going to get a lot of legacy credit for that, and legacy is huge. That's why when I was joking the other day, hey, Anthony Davis, don't go to the Lakers, come to the Kings. Well,
Sure.
That's not going to happen. But when he says money doesn't matter as much as legacy to me and the ability to compete for a championship, I went, well, okay, which is going to be a bigger deal? I'm asking the question, which is going to be the bigger deal? You win a title in L.A. for the Lakers that go with all the other titles, or you lead Sacramento to their first ever title?
It's the Lakers one.
It's probably the Lakers one. It's definitely the Lakers one. But damn it,
I get what you're saying though.
No, I don't have it. I don't have a comeback. Yes, it's the Laker one. But
I don't think there's been a more important offseason in Kings history than this one. Because like they show that this is just at least a fringe playoff team and a perennial playoff contender, but like they can become a legitimate title contender this offseason.
They absolutely can. And that's scary because we're going to screw it up somehow. We'll take a break. When we come back, all right, top of the hour, let's get into some Kings conversation. We'll get to football a little bit later with Scott Bear at 8:05. Couple of back-to-back big comebacks for Sacramento that we missed while we were gone. We'll have the Peckus Brothers moments of the game as well, and look ahead to Kings Clippers Part 2. That's coming up next on The Drive. Sports 1140 KHTK.